Both Warrior Cats and Wings of Fire whisk readers into a mesmerizing realm where the intricate fabric of life is woven by creatures with sharp claws, unyielding courage, and labyrinthian politics. In the shadowy depths of the Warrior Cat's forest, fierce feline clans obeyed by sacred codes, their actions guided by the whispers of ancient ancestors, shimmering like stars above them. On the other hand, Wings of Fire invites readers to soar through vibrant kingdoms ruled by majestic dragons, their destinies shaped by prophecies that intertwine fate with fire and blood, as ancient rivalries shimmer beneath the surface. Both series glimmer with the thrill of adventure, fierce loyalty, and heart-wrenching betrayal, showing that whether cloaked in soft fur or glistening scales, life in a clan or tribe is a tumultuous journey. In the end, both cats and dragons embark on a quest for belonging in a world where destiny echoes with both the soothing purrs of felines and the thunderous roars of dragons. Primarily in a game about warrior cats, I took the game Clangen and spun it into a tale about dragons. The game will still feature the different tribes: Nightwings, Seawings, Skywings, Sandwings, Mudwings, Icewings, and Rainwings. I'm not using any of the dragons from Pentala because I don't know too much about them. Some things in Clangen's game have been changed, such as the leader role will now be the king or queen, depending on which character is chosen to lead, no matter the gender. The deputy role is now the commander. The medicine cat will now be the healer. Warriors are now soldiers, and apprentices will remain the same because they have many names for soldiers in training in Wings of Fire. One of the names being apprentice. Mediators will now be scholars or teachers, and elders will remain elders. Characteristics will change as well, such as a good kit sitter will now be a good dragonette sitter, along with other things have changed. I hope I've explained enough. Now let's meet Grotto Tribe. A grotto is a serene sanctuary, resembling a small cave, often used for decoration or worship. These captivating spaces, sometimes adorned with sparkling waterfalls and winding rivers, became home to our dragons under the leadership of a strong Mudwing. Amidst an unrelenting war between tribes, Stagmist emerged as a beacon of hope. He rallied wary dragons who sought peace, leading them to a magnificent grotto nearly as vast as the deep palace of the Seawings. Thought to be created by an animus dragon, it now lay forgotten in time. Stagmist became the leader of this new tribe, welcoming outcasts and hybrids seeking acceptance. He vowed to protect his diverse band of dragons, regardless of their appearance or origins. However, the kindness of his promise might have drawn unforeseen dangers into their sanctuary. Moontide and Stagmist's first encounter was marked by chaos as scavengers relentlessly attacked. In the midst of the turmoil, Stagmist injured his leg, but with a powerful roar, Moontide swooped down, her wings sending mud flying as she landed. One by one, she snatched the little creatures from the ground, and in that moment, Stagmist knew their bond would last forever. As seasons passed, their friendship blossomed. The day they gathered their friends in the serene grotto, Stagmist asked Moontide to be his mate. Moontide's joy echoed in excited chatter throughout the grotto, earning her the title of queen, though she always considered herself a soldier at heart. Stagmist dreamed of a future where dragonettes would soar through the grotto, filling it with laughter and life. Moontide longed to give them a happier existence than the one her parents had provided, crafting a legacy of love and freedom in the grotto. Hailsplinter, one of Stagmist's closest friends, was a formidable force in the Ice Kingdom, where she held the esteemed position of one of the top-ranking soldiers. As she stood on the brink of entering the prestigious First Circle, her parents schemed to arrange a mate for her, a move intended to elevate her social status even further. At first, Hailsplinter accepted this plan, lured by the promise of royal prestige. However, as she gazed upon the shimmering ice spires of her kingdom, she began to yearn for something greater than the confines of a gilded cage and the title of royalty. This awakening came at a cost, shunning her from the Ice Kingdom as she pursued her newfound aspirations. It was during this pivotal time that she crossed paths with Stagmist. In him, she found a kindred spirit and a noble dragon to follow, one who dreamed of a peaceful world, free from the shadows of conflict. Embracing her new purpose, Hailsplinter rose to the rank of commander in the Grotto tribe. There she became a beacon of strength and wisdom, teaching her fellow dragons not only the intricacies of battle moves and war strategies, but also the value of courage and camaraderie. She recognized that most of these dragons were wary of fighting, yet she took joy in equipping them with the skills needed to safeguard their cherished home, ensuring that they could defend their territory while nurturing the dream of lasting peace. Heathereyes is a timid dragon, his shimmering scales reflecting a spectrum of colors that mimic the vibrant foliage of the rainforest he once called home. The Grotto tribe welcomed him, emerging from the shadows of his past alongside the tribe's original 3 members. He sought solace and a fresh start beyond the dense canopies that held painful memories. Not long before his journey to the grotto, tragedy struck when his beloved mate was found lifeless near the rainforest edge. Her death was an enigma. The air hung heavy with unanswered questions, and the only tangible clue left behind were her 2 fangs, prized vessels from which the venom of the Rainwings flowed, mysteriously missing. Devastated by the loss, Heathereyes wandered through the emerald depths of the rainforest, feeling emptiness overshadow even the brightest sunlit glades. Driven by a longing for renewal, he departed the rainforest, uncertain of what lay ahead. Fate led him to the welcoming embrace of the Grotto tribe, where he discovered his talent for harnessing the secrets of plants and healing herbs. In his new community, he earned the respected role of healer, tending to the wounds of both body and spirit. Despite the sorrow that still clings to him like a shadow, Heathereyes clings to hope. He dreams that his fresh start will infuse his vivid scales with joy and newfound sense of purpose, guiding him toward the light once more. Stargazer is the tribe's dedicated scholar and mediator, always immersed in her vast world of knowledge. With a curious glint in her eye, she explores the intricate details of her new home and the vibrant landscape filled with wonders waiting to be uncovered. Amidst the towering trees and shimmering waters, she meticulously crafts cozy nooks to house her countless scrolls, each one a treasure trove of wisdom. In her quest for understanding, Stargazer has turned her attention inward, embarking on a fascinating journey to study her own nature, as well as the unique traits of her fellow hybrid dragons, all with their enthusiastic consent, of course. Known for her boundless kindness and infectious cheer, she effortlessly weaves connections with her companions, ensuring that an enemy has no place in her heart. With an attentive spirit, she is attuned to the emotions of those around her, instantly sensing when something is amiss. Quick to identify any rifts, she steps in like a soft breeze, gently soothing the tensions between bickering dragons. One of her favorite companions to converse with is Seafoam, a mysterious newcomer to the tribe, with waves of mystery swirling around him. Every time they meet, she approaches him with a smile, offering him enticing morsels of food and fresh nesting material, hoping to coax him out of his shell. Yet despite her warm gestures and genuine curiosity, Seafoam remains an intriguing puzzle that she just can't seem to solve. Don't go now, but after this video, check out my Nightclan Clangen challenge. It's perfect for viewers who love Clangen and want more videos like this one, but with cats. I'll leave the playlist linked in the description below. Sunstone, the eldest member of her newly formed tribe, had always thrived in the shadows of the vast Sand Kingdom. For years, she reveled in the warmth of the golden dunes, her vibrant colors strikingly distinct against the endless expanse of tan sand. Her presence was a mystery, for she was not a typical sandwing. She was a mystery to dragons who saw her, her lineage unknown. Raised without the love of family, the only certainty she held was that her mother had to be a sandwing. Orphaned and alone, Sunstone learned to survive by scavenging through the arid landscape, her instincts honed for a life of stealth and cunning. But everything changed when a ruthless new queen seized the throne. Her power-hungry ambitions spelled doom for Sunstone, who soon found herself the target of a sinister plot. The queen threatened to end her life and display her preserved body in the palace as a trophy. Panic flooded through Sunstone. She could not let her story end this way. The urge to flee consumed her. The desire for a place where she could belong roared like a wildfire in her heart. A day after being captured, and against all odds, Sunstone found an opportunity to escape. With every beat of her weary wings, she soared away from the oppressive sands, her heart racing as the horizon stretched out before her. Just as exhaustion threatened to overwhelm her, she stumbled into the embrace of the welcoming Grotto tribe. They took her in, tending to her battered spirit and healing her wearied body. Now, as she stands amidst the lush foliage of her new home, Sunstone dedicates herself to nurturing the sanctuary that has sheltered her. She pours her heart into the care of this vibrant land, determined to make it a haven for any wandering dragons seeking refuge, just as she once did. Fogdancer was just a small dragonette when the tribe discovered her lost and vulnerable in a foggy forest. For days she cried softly, her tiny wings trembling with hunger and loneliness. Hailsplinter, while mapping the territory, saw her and instantly recognized her Icewing heritage. The tribe took her in, nurturing the frail creature into a strong and spirited young dragon. Under Hailsplinter's guidance, Fogdancer honed her fierce fighting skills, but she struggled with hesitation in life and death situations. One fateful night, while training far from the grotto, an Icewing patrol attacked. Among them was Hailsplinter's mother, whose eyes burned with rage and disappointment. In the confrontation, Fogdancer sustained a serious injury to her leg. Desperate to escape, she tapped into her unique ability to change the color of her scales, blending seamlessly with the mist. In that moment, she seemed to vanish like fog in the wind. Once safe, they tended to their wounds and reflected on their ordeal. Despite her toughness, Fogdancer wears her heart on her claws, and anyone who meets her would agree she embodies a rare and gentle kindness. In the enveloping darkness, a solitary sea-wing dragon crept toward the grotto, his silhouette barely discernible against the night. He shook the tension from his wings, a shiver running through the slender membranes, and cleared his throat, feigning a limp as he drug one of his wings along the ground. With a plaintive expression, he scanned his surroundings for any members of Grotto tribe. In an instant, curious dragons swarmed to his side, their voices a chorus of concern as they inquired about his well-being, and offered to help in any way possible. A sly smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth as he realized how easily deceived these dragons were. It would be a simple task to eliminate them one by one, yet he had been cautioned to tread lightly and to gather information about the hybrids instead. This mission was critical for his survival. He was acutely aware that his existence held more value than that of these peculiar hybrids. What purpose did they serve anyway? They probably didn't even operate like normal dragons. Seafoam had infiltrated the tribe under the guise of seeking refuge, all while harboring a secret mission to ensure his own survival. Days turned into weeks, and while he made an effort to disregard the annoyingly cheerful attitude of his fellow dragons, one individual proved impossible to ignore. Stargazer. Almost perpetually by his side, she busied herself writing in a scroll and softly inquiring if he felt any better. One starlit night, as Seafoam sat outside the grotto, a gentle breeze rustled through the foliage. Stargazer joined him. She tilted her head toward the celestial tapestry above, her eyes sparkling like the stars she adored, and began to share tales of the constellations. Her voice flowed like a melodic stream, pointing out the shimmering patterns. Completely unaware whether Seafoam was truly listening, he was captivated, but not by the night sky. Instead, he found himself entranced by the way the stars reflected in Stargazer's eyes, which glimmered with wonder and enthusiasm. A warmth filled his heart, mingled with a fluttering pit in his stomach. From that moment on, he couldn't shake the thought of her. Her beauty, intertwined with brilliance of the stars, left an incredible mark in his mind, a strong reminder of the burden he carried and the unexpected tenderness he had begun to feel. From the ashes of the tribes, new legends will awaken. Bonds will break, leaders will fall, and the stars themselves may tremble before what comes next. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what y'all think of this video. New dragons will be added to the tribe, so if you have any name suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Also for Seafoam, the deep dark forest bond, I wasn't really sure what to put in place of that, so if y'all have any suggestions, let me know. Some of the warrior cat characteristics don't translate well to Wings of Fire. This was extremely fun to make and create a story around these beautiful dragons. I can't wait to make the next episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and return for the next chapter to this Wings of Fire Clangen saga. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night.